Hello, baby.
I was crazy once.
I'm thinking of a number.
All right, I have put my phone on a D&D, which is not a Gary Gygax mode. It's do not disturb.
Okay, well, I have two questions for you.
Okay, tell me.
First one.
First one.
Number
What
one.
is Gary Gygax mode? What is that tab? What happens when you set your phone to Gary Gygax mode?
You have to roll. It makes you roll a dice in order to do anything on the phone.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That explains and answers my question very good, succinctly. And so
Yeah,
my second
thank you.
question,
Yeah.
did they, like, I think in the next iOS, I guess this isn't a question, this is now an opinion,
Yeah.
they
a
should
fact.
add a please disturb me button
Okay.
to
Well,
your phone.
Can I have a follow up on that, or can I
Yeah.
add to that? Yeah. How are we? What kind of disturbing are we talking about here? Are we talking like?
So it could be like you get more spam calls, or it could be
Oh,
like do
okay.
not disturb, and then your phone shows you like smiledog.exe, and you're like,
I don't know what that
"Ah!"
is. Is that a scary? Is that
It's
scary
a
boy?
scary picture on the internet. Look it up. Maybe it's a .jpeg because
I don't-
.exe is
Actually,
Sonic.
maybe don't.
It's the most frightening image that the internet has ever created, and you'll never believe the story behind it.
What?
That's kind of like what we're going to be talking about.
Can I? Should I look it up? Am I gonna get
Yeah,
scared?
just look up Smile Dog. Just look up Smile. You're probably gonna find it a little creepy.
Why? Okay.
Is this like a 2010s jump scare?
This is
Oh,
like probably
man,
this
this
might
is
be pre
scary.
This is like one of the original like creepypastas. Like
Jesus.
Oh, well,
there was
right.
Jeff the Killer and Smile Dog. Those were
I've
that
never
was the
heard about
earliest.
Smile Dog. That's the thing. I've
Really?
never heard of this.
I guess I was
before.
into
Yeah.
creepypastas when I was a kid. Ben Drowned, things of that nature.
Do you ever think that, Spencer, if you were just
Sometimes.
born a little bit later, you'd probably be like a Five Nights at Freddy's head?
Yeah,
I feel like
absolutely.
you would have. Yeah.
I would definitely have gone nutso for that stuff. I'd be talking about Bendy, and his ink.
I don't. I don't know what that is.
I've never played the game, but that's another one of those
It's a game.
games. It's like a whole.
I thought it's a movie.
Actually, I don't know if it's like a spooky game or it might just be like Epic Mickey kind of.
Wait, which one's Bendy?
Wait.
Bendy and the Ink Machine.
No, okay, MJ. I think we're on the same page. This is not a Five Nights at Freddy's. This is a separate.
For some
IP.
reason, I
Oh,
thought that this
okay,
was
okay.
like related. Oh wait, it is a creepy. There are scary monsters in it. I thought
Okay.
this was like a Five Nights at Freddy's type game, but it might just be a different running around and doing
Okay.
things type game. I have no
running
idea.
from
But
scary
anyway,
guy.
well, actually, it's kind of has the spooky aesthetic. So what I'm saying is, yeah, if
Uh-huh.
I was born later, I probably would love Five Nights and Bendy and what's another spook? Poppy's Playtime.
Right.
The Baldi's Basic. I'm just gonna go through all of them.
When
that
I was, I
exist.
mean, this will get into what I'll talk about later, but like with Anime Expo, I remember like, like I'm in my first year of my 30s. I feel like that kind of has
Yay.
affected how I view a lot of things lately and my introspective nature. But like the people who like Five Nights at Freddy's are probably like maybe at most 10 years younger than us. Maybe, I mean, they're in their like early 20s
Yeah.
or maybe mid 20s, honestly. Anyway, my point is like seeing an adult being like, oh my God, it's Golden Freddy. And I'm like, wow, like into my head, like a child says this, but like, no, we've all exponentially have gotten older. So it's like, yeah, I thought that was interesting.
I do feel like there's things that, yeah, like people that are just a little bit younger than us are like into. Because it's like, I don't know, there are probably people our age too who really liked Five Nights at Freddy's when it came
Right.
out or whatever. But like, I feel like I kind of missed the boat on Minecraft, even though it was definitely like I was the right age for it. I just never
Right.
I didn't play it, so that's not like a generational touchstone for me. But yeah, I don't know. It's like that's one of the things I feel like I missed the boat.
I heard someone say this is like real life Minecraft, and I'm like, wait, hold on a second. Like Minecraft is a simulation of real life.
That's
I'm sure it was a joke that they said it like that, but I thought that was very, very funny.
that's pretty good.
Do you guys think that they invented the do not disturb sign so people like the staff wouldn't walk in on you having sex?
I think so.
What else would it be?
Is it okay?
Well, it could just be like, dude,
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I do not want anyone
To
to knock
disturb
on my
me.
door and disturb
Yeah.
me. That would
Right.
be cool if you again please disturb me, and they either knock more
Knock
or
on
they like print out
they
scary
just-
photos.
Oh yeah.
They print out the Wikipedia article for Slender Man and slide
I
it under
see.
your door.
Or they join in on the action.
I
You know what I'm
was
saying?
yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna say they're just gonna walk in because they have the master key.
That's true. Think
Yeah,
about how much power you have as the
as a
staff
hotel?
at the hotel. They're
Right.
kind of the most powerful people in society, but no one wants to talk about this.
I mean, they are in the hospitality business. They should give them doctor, like the title doctor in front of their
Yeah,
names.
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm a doctor of hotel.
Doctor Housekeeper.
Doctor, yeah.
I mean,
Um,
even police have to get
That's
a
how
warrant
bad the economy
to walk
is now,
in,
by
right?
the way.
That's true.
Doctors have to be
Police,
housekeepers.
you have to say this is the police when you open up. But housekeeping, actually, that's true. Housekeeping also, they say hello. This is
Housekeeping.
housekeeping. Say,
I
fuck.
guess they operate by police rules.
Or
But
you
they
might
still just
or
walk in.
The opposite.
Dude, okay, hold on. Housekeeper body cams for like paranoid old people. I'm inventing evil products right now.
This
might
is,
have-
this is bad. I don't
Yeah.
They
like
might
this.
not need that if the old people are like that. They might be in a different
Are
facility.
people are people having lots of morning sex at a house
Hotels?
at hotels? Because like
Probably, I don't know.
I would
I
assume
think
that
it's
all
like,
of it happens
imagine-
at night. But I guess the whole thing is that you're not home, so you can have sex whenever
Yeah,
you want.
exactly.
I guess.
You wake
yeah.
up, it's a leisurely morning. You look out the window, what a beautiful view, and then you wrap your arms around your love, and guess what happens next?
What happens?
Do not disturb.
Do not disturb. That's my new.
Oh.
That's the like beginning
your-
of my new erotic novel.
Is it an audiobook?
It's an audiobook, and I'm reading it just like that.
Damn it, my coffee.
No, dude, you're having coffee at 7:00. That's
This
crazy.
is not. This is like yeah. This is not a good idea, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're having water. What are you, a fish? Welcome
Yeah.
back, everyone, to Style and Direction, a men's work podcast without the stuffiness. I am Ethan.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm MJ.
We're this is a men's work podcast,
the
believe
three
it or
guys.
not. Yeah, we're three guys talking about clothing. We're talking about but this is the intersection of life and menswear as
Life and death. Yeah.
life, and robots.
And
Which
taxes.
did I told you guys I
love
watched that for the
robots.
first time
Death and
in-
robots, or
in
whatever.
Japan.
Or is it Life and Robots?
It's death. It's wait,
Love,
it's
death,
love,
and
death,
robots.
and robots.
Is that
yeah.
Is it love? I might be making that up.
That's I think it's
Okay, love, death,
But
and
it's
robots.
love, death plus robots
Plus
or
ro-
X
really?
robots. It might be X or plus.
Or
It's
is
one
it
of those
and?
things.
Because plus that would be crazy. If
Well, I
it's
think
like-
I
guess-
think and is how you say it because
Okay.
you can't say plus. Or I mean,
That's
you
true.
can say the word. What's the
Is-
plus sign called? There's
I
a
don't
name
know.
for this.
I just thought it was plus sign. Does every episode of that show have robots? Because it's an anthology show, right? Is that like?
Yeah, every episode has those three things.
Yeah.
It's called the plus sign or
It's
the
called the
additional
plus sign.
the addition sign.
Addition
Minus sign. But there's
That's
like okay, I
classic.
remember at trivia there was like I knew what like the division symbol was called or something like that. What is the division sign called?
The
An
Pokemon.
obelisk. An obelisk.
Obulus?
Obelus. So
Ooh,
yeah, that's what that's called.
that's quite fascinating.
You guys, this is a podcast. You learn a lot of things here.
Yeah,
you
this
know?
is kind of the learning cast.
yeah, learncast.com.
Yeah, LearnCast. Smartless. Well, we're Smartful.
We made that joke
Smartphone.
the last time.
Yes.
We
should just change our name.
yeah.
Good SEO.
Something I realized recently, being 30, is that some animes that I've watched are now 20 years old, which sounds insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And one
That's
of
as old as
them,
me.
you've regressed actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't drink.
I'm
Don't
betting
say
a
that.
button.
You got Benjamin. I've said this before, but I love when someone like an offhanded comment where someone goes, "He's got reverse Benjamin Button disease," and it just when you think about
That's
it,
just right.
Get it-
That
he
is
just gets
regular
older.
aging.
regular aging. I
Maybe
30
maybe
Rock? I
it's
don't know.
maybe a reverse Benjamin Button is when you're born old, but you're born as a full size man, which I guess is how it is in the original, like short
Movie.
story.
Oh, the short, yeah.
And then when you die, you are maybe just either do you shrink or because okay.
He
Because
becomes an
Benjamin
embryo.
Button shrinks at both ends. I'm trying to think of what makes how you could reverse this. He shrinks at well, he's like small when he's born and he's small when he dies. Maybe he's big at both ends and small in the middle.
Okay, this
So-
sounds like what's that thing? A middle out.
Middle out, yes.
Yeah, from,
I was just thinking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? That's the best way to do compression.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this anime I watched a long time ago, which I actually did not finish. It's called Hitman Reborn. MJ knows about this one.
Okay, sorry to cut you
I
off,
guess
but
not the anime, the
also,
manga.
also they didn't finish animating it because the manga went longer. Right?
The manga, yeah, the manga finished. The manga kept going. Like there's like 7 arcs in there, and like the anime has like 3 arcs and it's over, or like they just
It's like
canceled it.
Yeah.
There's only one arc I need, and that's Noah's Arc.
This guy right here. I'm
Yeah.
pointing to the heavens.
That's right.
The guy. Well, he was a drunk first of all. You remember that? Like
Yeah.
drunk Noah, or like that whole.
They put
I
that
actually
in the
do
movie.
not know what you're talking about.
Oh no, yeah, like Noah was like he was a big drunk, and then God chose him to like make the ark. Like God appeared to him in his stupor. It's
Does
like
it
a whole.
say- I didn't know.
Yeah,
well,
no,
I guess
and
I
it-
haven't. I guess I'm not the theologian that I.
You once thought you
You're
were.
reported to be.
Yeah,
And,
no,
of course, I do often consider myself a theologian.
That's
and
right.
A religious leader. Actually.
Well, you should look. I mean, there's like those like Caravaggio
leader.
paintings. You know, it's like like God appearing to Saul or whatever, and like
Is
he's
that
all-
in
I'm
like the movie with Emma Watson or whatever? Is that like part of it?
You mean the movie Noah?
Yeah, but I guess Noah the movie.
Yeah, no, because he's like he sucks. It's Russell Crowe as Noah or something like that. So
Yeah.
he is a drunk, and he has to like learn how to be like a proper man of God.
I guess that's why everyone's like, you're crazy. I'm just trying to think if you had a neighbor who was an alcoholic and then they started building a boat.
Yeah, doesn't that add so much context
Yeah.
now? Yeah, see, it's crazy.
Okay, this is the Bible cast.
Welcome back, guys. Praise him. But yeah, Spencer, when I tell you
Happy
about this manga and this anime, you're gonna be like, that sounds very like what a young guy who wears fedoras would be into. So it's about actually, MJ, why don't you tell it? Actually,
Remember that for a second.
You should tell me about it.
So-
What do you remember? Don't look it up. Just whatever
Okay,
you remember
yeah,
about it.
just right off the top. So, so it follows this. Yeah, they're like high school students, and they're the main character is like a descendant of a mafia boss, or it's like a mafia boss that moved to Japan. So that's why they're still connected to the Italians, and they're they're like underworld. And anyways, he's a direct descendant, so he's like the next heir. So he has to like gather his allies, and all the allies are also somehow connected to other parts of the mafia world, but also in Japan. And there's like rival mafia.
Yeah, it sounds
families
it's like
and-
a little high school mafia thing.
Oh, and it's a battle anime, I guess. In the at the end
Okay,
of the
that's
day.
also fun.
because you have to fight
Yeah.
other people who are like, oh, you don't deserve the title. It should be me, or like, oh yeah, your grandpa who was like the previous the head of the family or whatever, the Vongola family. It's like, oh yeah, well we hated him, so we're gonna kill you, so you have to fight us or whatever. So that sounds cool, right? Right?
Yeah,
That sounds cool.
it sounds cool.
So it's called Kentucky Hitman Reborn because that means homeschool tutor. So because he's a high school student who's kind of a slacker, he needs to be tutored. And so the Vongola Hitman, so not like he's their consigliere kind of a thing. He has to tutor Suna, the young teenager, to become a mafia boss because he's not, he has no idea.
Yeah.
And this tutor is a baby who has the sun pacifier, which gives him powers. And yeah, he's a permanent baby with a lizard, a chameleon that can turn into anything you want. So like it can turn into a gun, it can turn into a car, I think, a hat,
A hammer.
a hammer. And yeah, this baby is cursed or blessed with the power of the arcobaleno, which is like the rainbow in Italian. And there's other baby tutors who have like different strengths, and they like tutor him.
Different colors of the rainbow.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, people can be so creative, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. It goes from
what is this called? I want to look at pictures of this baby.
It's called. Let's look up Hitman Reborn.
Okay.
Yeah, the baby, and this brings me to the point of this is that I cosplayed as Reborn
Wow.
in 2010. I found the photos in 2010.
Oh wow! Wait, yeah. We've seen these, right? Of you with the Nerf gun.
Yes, yeah, it's a
Yeah.
painted green Nerf gun, and this is 2010, so this is pre me being into like
So
menswear.
small.
Yeah,
It looks like he's looks like fucking like Invader Zim, but
Yeah,
with that.
big head with the small
Yeah,
body kind of a thing. Yeah,
exactly.
but he's
Yeah.
fitted up. He wears like a black suit with a red shirt and blue tie with a fedora with a red headband.
Uh huh.
And then, but when he's an adult, you get flashes of it, kind of like Porco Rosso, where like oh, he was a human once, so there is an adult, a regular version. I mean, he's an adult in a baby body. He's not like he's like the boss,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
he
kind of
has
like a
like
boss baby
adult
situation.
consciousness.
Yeah, when he was an adult, he wears a yellow headband and a yellow shirt because he's the son Arcobaleno, or the yellow
Ah.
one or whatever. Anyway, I did not realize that it's the 20th anniversary of when when the manga came out in 2006 October,
Wow.
and so I added that to my list of cosplays to do for Anime Expo because I try and cosplay
Wow.
as much as possible. And yeah, so in the old ones, like it's me wearing like my church suit. It's like black, and I'm wearing like a black suit from like Nordstrom or whatever, with a trilby, but like a decent, like it's kind of like a 60s shaped fedora. So it's kind of got a shorter tapered crown with a like a short to medium brim, and you know. I even did the adult version when I was younger because like, oh, I want to be different because everyone does the baby version with the red shirt and the red thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the adult version. And so it was kind of fun to like on the theme of redoing old outfits that we did at the end of last year or maybe earlier this year. I was like, I should redo this cosplay and with like
Yeah.
my modern sensibilities. And so I don't have a black suit, but I did wear my navy blue suit supply suit, which is a very dark blue. And I thought about, okay, like,
Extremely.
yeah, I could have done like a striped shirt, but I was like, people might not get the whole pattern mixing. Like in reality, right? Like when anime or when any kind of artist, right, draws a real life thing, they kind of simplify it, right? Like, and usually
Yeah.
sometimes that artists don't always know what suits look like.
Mhm.
Like not everyone can be Dick Carroll or Ryan Cecil, where they everything's very or even Turget, right, with Tintin, everything's very intricately drawn. It's very simplified. So
I always
it's
like when you
yeah.
see like an art, like a guy doing like anime fan art, and it's like the
The
suit is
the
also
suit.
like tucked in. It's like a shirt.
Yeah, it's
as
insane.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I see that a
button
lot.
placement, there's like too many buttons on the thing,
Or it's like either it's usually way too short.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
anyway, I'm not trying to be mean to these people. I do find it a little endearing.
Yeah. No, I totally get it.
Well, it also just like saves some of them time when it comes to like the details, right?
Mhm.
Because if they have to draw it over and over and over again.
I feel like it also adds to like the how
Oh, I was
I
talking
guess
about like DeviantArt stuff, not like,
Yeah.
cartoons.
but like
Okay.
how
Yeah.
how unrealistic like anime attire it really is, like it's
Uh-huh.
just meant to be, I guess, otherworldly, even when
Yeah.
it's a suit or whatever. But anyway, I wore my like yellow plaid. It's a very subtle check sport work shirt for Mr. Freedom that I got, and it's good because it's like yellow. And I don't really have like yellow shirts, and I don't think a mafia person would wear a yellow OCBD. That's not in
That's
my
too-
head.
Yeah.
It's too American,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and
You gotta have
so
a sharp collar.
exactly. So it made sense that I wore that no collar bar, and I wore it with a black 30s tie, and of course I wore my fedora, which is made by I'm a hat company, Cody, and I actually made I found some like yellow like ribbon, and I like put it on top of my headband, and I went the extra mile. I didn't just put it on there. I even like made a little bow, so it looked like
Mhm.
as if it was the actual hat ribbon. And for shoes, I actually don't own any black dress shoes other than like loafers, which you could think an Italian mafia person could wear. But I decided to kind of make it a little bit sexier, and I wore my black side zip boots, which I feel like could be like 60s Italian mafia. Even though they
Yeah.
might not be wearing a 40s style fedora, I feel like it just kind of adds to the whole like sleek
Uh-huh.
assassin kind of a vibe. And it was great. I mean, when I walked around the thing, people were like, "Oh man, it's Reborn." I'm like, "Yeah," because I'm assuming other people were also aware that it's the 20th anniversary, even though there were like no events. There was no like
Really?
any kind of like public like or like corporate recognition of it.
Did you see any other people doing the cosplay that day?
Well, that's a good thing you asked, because I was looking at the cosplay meetup calendar, because you can at Anime Expo you can reserve spots. I don't know if you have to pay for it. I'm sure you have to pay for it to do something, or it's first come first serve, but people do organize and they book these slots around the convention, not even a convention space. It's like Anime Expo is like the whole LA Live area now,
Mhm.
and so there's different like areas like near the Peacock Theater, blah blah blah, or near Staples Center, or I'm sorry, the Crypto Arena,
Boo.
and so I saw that on a particular day there was indeed a Hitman Reborn cosplay gathering, which
Mm.
again was something I went to in 2010, and it's kind of sad. Or it makes sense that in 2010 there was so many people because it had just come out, or it was like 4 years old at that point. It was like in the middle of airing in America, or like on Crunchyroll or whatever. And
Yeah.
so this particular time, there's only about like 20 of us. But I mean, it's cool that they saw it. Some of us, like me, only saw it because they were looking at the schedule. Like
Yeah.
apparently there's a whole Discord. Like I mean, it makes sense. Like like
Uh-huh.
there's a Hitman Reborn Discord or whatever, just like anything that could be. There's one for Sonic. There's also one for like Roblox, and I'm kind of curious what the Roblox gathering at Anime Expo was. Is it like, are you
Yeah.
dressed like in a Roblox thing? Like I don't
Yeah.
understand.
I mean,
don't know what it was.
I feel the same about. I think I've seen. I mean, I didn't see it. Like I didn't go to it, but like the Fortnite like meetup. So it's like, do you dress? If you dress up as a character that's a collab with Fortnite, do you go?
But that's like
Or do you-
anything. Everyone collabs
Yeah.
with Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
so,
fun
like-
just to just be dressed as Peter Griffin and go into
Yeah,
that.
with Peter Griffin, Thanos, and like Godzilla just hanging
I
out.
remember when I first saw it's like we found files inside Fortnite that indicate that Peter Griffin is coming to the game, and I was like, what the fuck? But now like nothing phases me, dude. Like anytime there's a new collab, I'm like, I don't pay attention to it, but there's nothing that actually there may be some things that could.
I mean,
surprise me.
Leve is in Fortnite.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, once they started having like Billie Eilish and like,
Yeah.
Ariana Grande,
Well, because even
it
like
was
remember
over.
when they added the Nicki Minaj skin to Warzone or whatever?
And Snoop
Okay.
Dogg. Yeah.
The Nicki Minaj one would be so fun to have now, like in 2026. That would be good to run around in that.
Yeah. Anyway, that was kind of fun to kind of like revisit like an old outfit.
That's
And, like, literally,
fun.
and,
it
like-
comes from full circle.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, turning 30, I feel like it's a very like nostalgic period for me.
Uh-huh.
Have you guys
Yeah.
had any fun dressing up lately? Because I'm
Um,
full of it, but I
full
want
of
you
it.
guys to talk about your
Yeah,
own.
I've been having fun dressing up my 2 new things that I got this week.
Oh, yes, tell
which
us about it.
Which I always love to do. Whenever I get something, I just wear it as much as I can. And so these both actually came not on the same day, but pretty close together at the end of last week. So I've only got a
Okay.
few days to wear them. But I got I'll send photos. They'll see them on the blog or Instagram or whatever. But I have my olive deck shoes from Sperry X Beams, which of course you talked about in one of the last episodes, and then I just went and got them. So I got those. I was bummed out, as I've been saying, that the white and black ones were sold out in my size, because
Yeah.
really that's the one, that's like the Grail one. I've been looking for that for so long, but it's always sold out. But I have the green ones, which I love. They're actually like more comfortable than my blue ones. I don't know what's up, but like these are out of the box, incredibly comfortable shoes. Nice, yeah, olive upper with the black rubber. Super clean, super
Damn,
nice.
I could buy them right now. They're
You
not sold out
should
in my
do it.
size.
Yeah, you should. The white ones.
Yeah,
You
the
should
white
do it,
ones.
dude. Those are so fucking cool. Here it is.
There
Pulling
they
them right
are.
here.
Yeah, I'm looking at yours right now. Yours are even on more sale. Actually, they're $75.
Yeah,
I think you
see,
said that
I got
already.
I got mine on sale, which is nice.
How, I mean, yeah, that's crazy.
I thought it was a 4th of July sale, but maybe it's like they're at the end of their run or whatever. You know, I could see that. The box is cool. #retro. But yeah, I got those, and I've been wearing those all the live long day. I went on like I like to go on walks at work. You know, like the campus that I work at is pretty big, and it's like
Damn, I do want. I do.
you should get them, dude. Do it. It's good. They're gonna be great for the summer.
Oh fuck, man.
But yeah,
Cool for the
they've held
summer.
up well on these walks. And then the other thing I got is from At the Front Shop. Their U.S. Army jeans, which are
Shut
different.
the front door.
Yeah, I will.
At
Shut.
the front shop.
Yeah.
Yep. Is that funny?
That's pretty good. But these are not the navy jeans with the baker pockets. These kind of just
Yeah.
look like, they don't have like the U-shaped pocket or whatever that jeans do. They kind of have more of a suit trouser pocket, which I actually like.
What are they called again?
Just look up at the front army jeans. I can't remember.
Army jeans.
They're
Okay.
just like work trousers or something.
Army denim work trousers. I see them right here. Yeah.
And you can find other versions. Like I like at the front because it's inexpensive. I like the shirts that I got from there. The shirts that I've gotten are really great. I don't think I would buy pants from them again, honestly.
You're not into these pants.
I like the pants. I like them. They fit well, and I like how
Yeah.
they look. But I can also just tell they're like cheap, which is maybe in the spirit of. I paid $60 or whatever for these, so of course. But it's maybe closer to the spirit of like actual World War II, where we have to pump this shit out,
just making them,
versus the artisanal Japanese brands. But like, I like the artisanal Japanese brands, so I'm already looking at like nicer versions of these jeans. But I like them. Great high rise. I've been wearing them with web belts, which with that and the like military sneakers,
feels very
appropriate. Yeah. So. I'll send more pics this week as I continue to wear these things and break them in.
Hell yeah, maybe that'll be the Instagram post for this for this one. Because I'm always telling. I mean, they know this. The audiences, you might not know. I'm always like, guys, send me shit because I need stuff to post. That's not just myself, bro.
That's
Come
true.
on. But yeah, I really. I mean, maybe it's a good thing that my Wakua deck shoes got fucking thrashed when I was at Fushimi Inari because I could buy new deck shoes.
You should do it, man. These are so great. These shoes are so cool.
But I do want Moonstar shoes.
Okay, well, you could get these and then get Moonstars.
That is.
There you go.
I guess that is true. I don't know.
I'm just gonna look again. No, they don't have it in 10. That was like the witch came out, you know.
You see, because the Moonstars, they have the ALW low olive, which I'll send that. I guess I'll put it in the not the.
Oh man, they do. I was thinking about getting
Zencaster
another
thing
blue
here.
pair to repair mine that are again now like reddish.
Oh, they're sold out
brown.
of my size.
Yeah, the blue ones are sold out, which makes sense. I feel like maybe the whites are pretty. The whites are pretty good, but they don't have them in my size.
Yeah, nice save there.
Yeah.
MG, what have you been dressing up for lately? Anything fun?
Dressing up for work, so not fun. But
Okay.
I've been wearing the Puritan. It's listed as a double-breasted sweater vest. A lot recently. The one that we both have, Ethan.
Oh, is that what the brand is? Because I feel like.
Yeah. So
wow, I never knew this because mine doesn't have
tag,
a label.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I found it on a Japanese website store, the Wonderwear.
Yep. I just found it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they have it listed as a '60s Puritan double-breasted wool knit vest. So that's what we're gonna call it, I guess. But
yeah.
Been wearing that a lot as I guess my main like layering piece, because it's gotten kind of warm, but I also still want to wear something on top that's not a jacket.
Yeah.
So I've been wearing that a lot.
Did I tell you mine shrank because I washed it by accident?
You washed it and you dried it, or what?
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where I washed it and I was just gonna like air dry, but when I got to the drying part, I just totally forgot, and then I was like, oh fuck, and then it's the good thing now is actually that it ends where I kind of want it to, but it's kind of almost too short because like if I move it'll just kind of pop up,
go up. Yeah. Sad. Yeah, and we can't trade because mine is already smaller than the one you originally bought.
Well, mine might be smaller than yours now.
Yeah. But anyways, I've been wearing that a lot.
Okay.
With t-shirts, with regular shirt and tie. It does kind of sometimes give off that that whole like Tumblr era
Oh yeah.
vest and shirt sort of deal. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I've been doing a good job with you know, getting away with it because of the rest of the, you know, rest of the outfit with the
Yeah.
pants and the shoes, that it doesn't end up like uh yeah, like 2008 fedora guy sort of deal. So yeah, it's fun.
You
Yeah.
should wear it. You should wear just the vest, the tie, shirt, and then the fedora. Actually, you know what's kind of funny is like I love that look when it's like done in the '30s way. You know, like just literally sweater vest, fedora. Like, maybe not like waistcoat, like not like a like a suit vest, but like I love
Yeah.
again like just the sweater vest with it. That's one of the best. That's one of the reasons why I love fall winter. We had the whole article on like why it feels cozy and exciting to do that kind of thing, and it
Yeah.
feels very like it feels artistic. Like, you know, whenever I look at photos of composers or like pianists or something, like there's that you know, the whole sweater vest with it. Even the main character in 101 Dalmatians wears a sweater vest and smokes a fucking pipe while he's, you know, making his jingle about how much he hates this woman that's gonna eat his dogs.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that particular. I mean, there's that photo that I think is iconic for me and Spencer at least is when we watched the Imitation Game, and either we knew that he was gonna wear sweater vest the whole movie, or we just we happened to both be wearing them. But it's both of us in like a fucking McDonald's, and it's like
Burger
us,
King or something.
yeah, and we're like standing there with our, you know, with our brocade ties and sweater vests, and we're just, you know, it's such a classic look, you know, and I love that.
I think it's a safe assumption if it's like a movie that's set in England during World War II. I'm like,
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be wearing sweater vests.
Especially if it's Fair Isle.
Yeah.
I think you know when maybe because they just have a lot of them there, so like any kind of British production has it. But it's like there's so many, like, you know, Captain America, like back because, you know, they're in London or they're in Europe during that time because I mean that's the war wasn't in America, but like in like background people, like there's a lot of like Fair Isle whatever. Even the kid, you know, Barry Cogan's character who fucking dies in Dunkirk because he falls down the stairs and gets his head smashed in, is like he's wearing like a Fair Isle sweater vest with like a striped shirt and like a foulard tie. Like it's so it's essentially it's not like specifically British, but they do it more than Americans do. You know, if apparel arts was any indication, everyone should be using it. But in reality, whenever people do like a vintage, like a period look in the 30s, they never really leverage pattern mixing. It's always like the European productions or European characters that they do that more, which I think is
Sad.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of Fair Isle sweater vests, I wore one to play Nerf recently.
Nice.
Yeah,
The Nerf outfit.
yes, a Nerf outfit because I think I had this on the docket for a couple of weeks or a couple episodes, but I think I might have mentioned on previous episodes where like the one in May, excuse me, take a shot. There it is. Yeah, all that coffee. The one in May was moved to Mother's Day or the day after or the week after Mother's Day, but I couldn't because that's also when I celebrated Mother's Day because my mom was out of town, and so I missed that particular that Nerf event. And then in June I was gone in Japan, but I was able to see the one at the tail end of it, which was Armageddon or Nerfageddon. I don't know. I think it's just called Armageddon. Yeah, where it's
Nerfing.
That's what I say. I'm a Nerf in my laser. You guys remember that? Shoop that whoop. Yeah, hey man, speaking of things in the 2010s that should come back.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. But yeah, I went to the biggest Nerf event in, I guess, Los Angeles, I guess, if you want to call it that. Because if there is a bigger one in San Diego or in Riverside, San Bernardino, that's not Los Angeles County, so that would not be here. But yeah, it was like 40 of us. And, you know, I think we can say this. We've been having kind of a mild summer. I think it's warming up at the day of recording. It's finally starting to get warm again. But a couple of weeks ago, 1 or 2 weeks ago, when I came back from Japan, it was like in the low 70s, you know, or even like high 60s in the morning. And so I decided to have some fun with this Nerf outfit, where instead of like doing like the kind of Star Warsian and Resistance, you know, rebellion kind of outfit, sci-fi thing, I went in like what I call like kind of hunting attire, like countryside, you know, which is kind of fun because I feel like I've been feeling that a lot lately, like for hiking and whatever. But I wore riding boots, riding pants, and then I did a Fair Isle sweater vest, my cotton one, not not one that was made of wool because I might die of heat exhaustion. And I wore it with a short sleeve sports shirt, and I had a fedora on, and it was fun. It was a cool way to kind of to look, or a cool outfit to wear to Nerf that felt kind of larpy, but also very interesting and kind of fit the whole like utilitarian, but like in a vintage way. I've been wearing a utility belt with mags, with like a mag belt versus like a vest, to kind of again lean to be also just a bit more agile, I guess.
Mobile.
Yeah. And so yeah, I wore that, and obviously, as we've said before, other people were not dressed up. It's kind of like a sport to most people, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But some people, if they were dressed up, it was kind of like more milsim, like wearing like a helmet with like a headset, which is definitely LARPing because there's no need for radios in this. Or they're wearing like a jersey, their sports jersey. Like there's Nerf, just like airsoft or like an intramural sport or whatever. There are teams, and you can like join a league, I guess. And so some of them had like their particular team, because I think the day before the Sunday that I went was the competition day, so this is like the casuals day. But yeah, people thought I was like a cowboy, which I thought was kind of funny. Which is, I'm like, I've never gotten like
pretty funny.
I guess because it's all brown, and people just associate that. But like a fedora doesn't look like a cowboy hat, and riding boots are not like cowboy boots. But people just see a tall boot, they think of Western, or they thought I was like Australian.
like you're in the bush or something like that.
Right? Yeah, but the fedora is not a bush hat. It doesn't have the whole like fold or whatever in there. I did not, surprisingly, no one said Indiana Jones. And I'm wearing I've gotten that before. I've worn like...
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like brown fedora. That's the number one. We talked
about
this.
But maybe like, and even with like jeans, like I'll wear that with jeans and people will be like, oh, Indiana Jones. I'm like, Indy doesn't wear this at all. But yeah, I didn't get that at all. Maybe the vibes because we had a gun, which Indiana Jones does use a gun, by the way. But maybe because it's like the utility belt and like the gun or the the blaster just has more of like an Aussie bush or like a Western connotation. But that was fun. And speaking of Fortnite, there's a Nerf content creator there. I forgot what his name is. I feel bad. But
no free promo.
Yeah, no free promo, unfortunately. Sorry, dude. But he was like live streaming the whole thing. And by that I mean like he literally like put his phone down and was like just like it was just on. I think, or maybe he was at least recording a lot of it, and I had no idea what he was doing. And then he had this little foam, like a plush dart. I think he called like darty. That sounds wrong. Maybe it's foamy. But he said he was telling people to get in the hot seat, and he would be like, "Yeah, share your Nerf hot takes." And I heard one guy say that his thing was like overly modded guns should be like are bad. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool because it does it restricts people from participating. Like it should just be like you open something out of the box and you play it. I'm like, oh, I kind of agree with that. Then because I was there, the guy goes, hey, you want to do a hot take? And I'm like, oh fuck, like I'm kind of a casual. Like I also just take buy guns out of the box and just play. I'm not really as invested as some of these other guys into it. But I did think of a hot take, and I said that people should dress up for Nerf. Like as we said before, like it's not airsoft or paintball, which is more intense. Like it's just darts. It's foam darts. You are afforded, like, as long as you've got eye protection, you can wear literally whatever you want. And the guy was like 100% agree, doing his kind of Subway Takes impression.
Did he have, was it like a little mic on a Nerf?
Well, it was on foamy. It was on the little plush dart, and he clipped it on there. So, we were both holding it's not a little dart, it's a giant one, but yeah. He said that everyone should look like they're in a Fortnite lobby. And I'm like, yeah, honestly, like you should wear something crazy, and that should be like Nerf should be like Fortnite, because like you can have, if you want to be Mario, you can be Mario or Bowser or Leve, I guess, if you wanted to be out there wearing a fun dress. You could be be all out there. There was a guy wearing a chef's hat.
Nice.
Okay. But he wasn't dressed like
Mr. Chef.
Underneath it was like regular attire. Yeah, but he was wearing a chef hat while playing there. But that was a lot of fun. I will say this is another fun story. Um, I had like a birthday to go to afterwards, so I couldn't stay the whole time. But when it was around lunchtime, I decided to get some coffee, and we went to a cafe, and we had a little croissant. Me and my friend Joseph, and we saw that next door there was like this Japanese. It was a Japanese matcha place, and it seemed to have like a lot of stuff in there, And we saw it when we went to the cafe. So like, okay, well, on the way back before we go to the car, let's go in there. And we walk in, and there's like they're selling vintage vinyl. They were playing like city pop on the speakers, lots of ceremonial matcha. I'm assuming that they are, as I later found out, they like or they brew it, or they grow it or something. I don't know what they do, but they are a supplier, so you can actually, if you were another cafe or like a regular person, you could sample their matcha and buy samples, buy bags or whatever. They also had like ceramics and limited edition Pokemon cards, whatever. It was like very cool store, And when I walk in there, again, I'm wearing a fedora with a sweater vest and big boots and whatever. the guy there, the very cool, Asian, half Japanese, half white guy, because there's a photo of his family, and that's exactly what it was. He was like, "Oh, you guys looking for the card shop? They actually moved," and I'm like, "Hey, I can be here to enjoy city pop and matcha.
Yeah.
I'm a man of culture over here,
Yeah.
And I
also,
just
that's
It's funny,
funny
you got
because
yeah, it's a fucking
Yeah.
nerd.
Yeah.
What were you saying, MJ?
no, it's funny because you said they had like
Yeah,
like limited Pokemon like,
Yeah.
in there, and like I don't know. I just feel like if you have like a matcha shop in LA, like you'll attract the nerds still. Like I don't know. what
Nerds
that
like
is.
matcha, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so funny because it's like I'm assuming it's like in earnest. Like maybe this place feels new, right? So maybe there was a card shop here that they took the space over or whatever. But the tone, and I don't mean this in any form of not to be mean to this guy, but he also seemed very confused that we were there. Like the way he said it was like when we asked a question about the matcha, he was like surprised that we were asking about the matcha or whatever,
Yeah.
And it's just I thought that was so. I've never been clocked. It makes sense. I'm a guy wearing a fucking fedora, but like it's just so funny that happened. Maybe I should have, if I was wearing like a vest. I guess I was wearing a vest and fedora.
Yeah,
just
you
just
were.
no necktie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just really funny. Can I vent also for a second about social media?
Please!
Can we end on this thing? I feel
Let's
like
end
this
on
is
this one.
yeah.
I think this is enough to fill the rest.
yeah, this is
Fill her up.
yeah.
Fill her up, please.
Before we get to it, let me ask you guys, what do you think of Get Ready With Me content?
I have literally never watched these videos. Like, I like seeing the outfit. I don't ever really care about the videos themselves.
I think unless it's either, I don't know, a challenge or some, like if it's like a compilation or there's like a specific I don't know, theme or topic attached to it where it's like certain inspirations, it's kind of, I don't know, I don't watch regular Get
Okay,
Readies with
let me
Me's.
ask you, so like is the interesting part like them breaking down the outfit, or is
No, I
it
skipped to the end.
I mean,
Okay,
I guess
okay,
that is the value of those videos.
Yeah,
If they actually are going through the thought process or whatever, that could be interesting. I just personally don't watch those. I'm not like I don't know. I don't watch a whole lot of like fashion video content in general.
Yeah.
I like pictures, but the videos, like maybe sometimes if it's like, oh, here's an interview with the designer or something that I like, that could be interesting. Like, but yeah, most of the time I'm not on TikTok, and the Instagram accounts that I follow for fashion stuff, I'm not necessarily watching the videos.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on.
You bring up a good point, because like I do think it's interesting to have a breakdown of an outfit and like the considerations. My issue with it is that it's framed to be in real time when it absolutely is
That's
not
annoying,
the case.
man. That I hate that. Like I mean, I have seen yours where it's not like, here I'm putting together this outfit, but you're just dressed, and taking it through the thought process. I mean, that's good, but yeah,
And I've
get
gotten
ready
to
for
a
me.
science where I'm like, it's like 15 seconds. You know what I mean? Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't have to explain every single thing, or I do, but it's like it's so quick. I feel like also obviously I write about my outfits on the blog, but it's in retrospect. It's like the whole point is that it's a reflection versus like the what I like. It feels too parasocial to be like, hey guys, watch me get ready, and it's either too parasocial, like you're letting people in on this thing that no one else honestly sees. No one watches me get dressed. Okay, like I
Hmm.
even if I share my outfit, I am in I'm not recording myself in my underwear doing it, and it's not even about like the nudity. It's the fact that you're taking an intimate moment, I guess, or just it's not even intimate. Not even my girlfriend watches me get. I mean, she might if she's here, but like most of the time, I'm just putting on clothes. You know?
I mean, I also listen. So, like, I think another big part of these
Yeah.
get ready with me is like some of the people that do it. They got rockin' bods, and at the
Oh yeah,
beginning they're in their underwear. So
that is a big
Yeah,
is a big
it's
part of it.
yeah, it's the I
Sex
guess
appeal,
it's
gooner.
become the
yeah.
thirst trap. Yeah, get ready
Thirst
is
trap. That's
okay.
the
And
that's the more
listen,
accurate term.
there's men and women who are thirsting and trapping
Yeah.
every which way.
That is, I mean, it's all like engagement bait in that regard
Uh-huh.
too. But it's like I just don't I don't know. I think it's dumb to like or weird to like indulge in that parasocial way because people know that they want that. But it's
Yeah.
also again it's so manufactured. You know, like a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it was like, "Oh, you weren't at that place when you took the fit pick." You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
people do take fit picks out and like, that they pick the place because they know it's going to do well. And then it's also like, oh, you didn't actually wear this day because you know that outfit is like what's going to get the numbers, but you change to something more palatable afterward or whatever. But
Mhm.
now it's like you're not even like the whole thing is fake. All of the stuff is just manufactured. You have a script of like your whole um like get ready with me process or whatever, and I feel like that's so it's so weird. Like that whole
Yeah.
thing just rubs me the wrong. It's parasocial. It's also too engagement bait content. It feels like content. It's like a
Yeah,
but it's too familiar. I think to go back to the familiar parasocial point, it's like as if you're on FaceTime, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, I'm FaceTiming MJ. I don't know what to wear to this party, so we're gonna have a FaceTime call and we're gonna figure this out. But
yeah,
instead of it's MJ, it's you guys. You guys being the audience,
Uh-huh.
the viewer. It makes the whole hey bestie. It's that whole that-ification of social media.
Well, because
You
people
know,
love that shit. It's like I
people
feel like
do love that shit.
70 to 80% of TikTok is people just really like confidently spouting bullshit or some conspiracy theory or
Yeah,
something while they're like pretending to like eat pasta or not pretending to eat pasta. They are eating it, I guess,
but
or do their
they're doing
makeup or
it
something.
for the
But
video. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. But it's like
yeah.
I think so much social media shit is contrived, man. It's like I guess it's like I don't know, but I've never really liked that. I've seen so many just like shit in like documentaries or whatever of it's like, and then this misinformation began to spread, and it's just a guy like in his kitchen eating noodles and like saying some shit, and I'm like, why do you have to be eating noodles while you're doing this? Like this is that's
it's
always my
it's so
question.
funny, right? It's
Yeah,
like it aspires to be nonchalant, but it's so
Yeah.
chalant because it's so manufactured.
yeah,
It's so contrived. It's too aware of what will perform well that I thought of this recently. I said this in our in the Patreon Discord, but I saw a video from someone that I'll also get into that in a second. But like they said that influencers talk to people like the audiences are their shareholders or stakeholders, and I
Mm.
that like blew my mind because I'm like that's exactly why I felt it's been so icky. Like why social media has been so weird to me. I mean, it's always been weird because I've been writing about this for a long time, but like why it's infinitely more is because literally these people, the content, if you think of influencers as corporations, they would not exist without their shareholders, right? The content
Mhm.
wouldn't be there. They would not do any of this if they weren't shareholders, stakeholders who were like literally give like investing into it, whether that literally whether it's with their money, like buying things that the influencer makes or whatever, or buying from the brands that pay to be on there, buying for the advertisers. Like it's literally so corporate, or it's so like capitalist or whatever. I know we talk about late stage capitalism, but like it's so obviously and so embraced to be a part of that paradigm, and yet aspires to not look like that. Like it's unspoken vibe that they have, like, yes, we know that this is all fake, but we can't say that because this is not a business. This is me talking to my best friends on social media or whatever. And it's so like seeing it that way, seeing it being told in such a plain words, like this is like literally how business, how like a transaction, and how like CEOs talk to like, or talk to they have a press release. It's like that, but instead of a CEO, it's an influencer, and instead of like a shareholder meeting, it's viewers. And the weird part is that the audience is both the customer and the shareholder, and those people can either be the audience or like the brand. Like the brands are also the content, like or the brands are also stakeholders, but also the audience as well. It's so fucked,
Everything's so fucked these days.
And seeing it in menswear, like in menswear content, is so sad to me. Like I know we had an episode a couple months ago where I'm like I want to try and consume more stuff just so like I'm more aware of what's going on, but like I can't when like this is like how things are happening. You know what I mean?
I think that's happened to like basically like any
everything
your interest. Yeah, that's what the entire internet has become.
Yeah, it's not even about the thing anymore. Like I've been trying to like watch, like I love following like orchestras, right? And it's like the whole contentization has pervaded even there, where like you scroll through like, I don't know, the Cincinnati Orchestra or whatever, it's cool. Yeah, they have videos of the performance, but in between then it's like, oh, name that classical music challenge. It's like it's all viral stuff, and I'm like, that's like at the very least, yeah, that's cute, but it's content. It's like slop, I mean, it's just like, and it's not AI like, slop, but it's like whatever. It's meant to just be there,
Because like everyone is a slave to like the algorithm, and not like you have to. You have to keep up, man. It's like it sucks that I guess like I don't know. They like like things like orchestras or like theaters or like little libraries or whatever who do fun videos. I don't hate any of that shit. I guess I'm not like mad at any of the people that do it. They just want to spread their message. But it's sad to me that there are so few places on the internet where you can just kind of like post, and like just whatever you want and not have to worry about like meeting some metrics or like keeping up like your rate so you get ranked higher on the algorithm and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's so, it makes me so sad. And I guess with orchestras, I guess why they have to do that in order to maintain it, but like the fact that influencers, like mentor people, choose to do that, I'm like, that makes it so weird to me. They don't have to, but they do, and like, oh man, there's a couple of things that like brought all of this on. Like I hate it when people like post content, whatever fits, if you want to call it fit content, then yeah, posting content of outfits that are like a joke. You know what I mean? And we're like, we've gone so like irony pilled or whatever, where like the stuff that you're posting isn't even what you're actually wearing. And I know that there's a whole like authenticity layer, like I said earlier, where like you do it for the content, like you wear like a suit, but then you didn't actually wear that because you stayed home all day. But now it's to the point where like the outfit itself is like a joke and not what you would wear ever. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get what you're like, to echo what Spencer, what you're saying. It's like, oh yeah, the point is that it's a joke, that way people engage with it, so people they maintain their ranking. But I feel like that's so fucking stupid. Like I saw so many like outfits inspired by like the Ralph Lauren like runway that came out recently, or I guess at this point like a month ago, where like there's like a lot of mattress worn together, and I would be okay with it if like they actually wore that. Like, oh, I got inspired from this runway, and I like don't normally wear all this mattress stuff. I don't like wearing plaid on plaid, but I saw it looked cool and I want to wear this, and here's me doing it. Instead of it just being like outfits inspired by Ralph Lauren and it's just fodder for you to like consume, and they wore it, they filmed all of it in one day, and that's it. Like it has no bearing on their actual taste or the actual expression. This would be like, I don't know, like, oh, I want to make a song with a fucking harmonica. And the idea would be like, oh, what if like I end up enjoying it and then I end up writing more stuff for harmonica later? That'd be cool, you know. But like, you know, it said like, oh, it's just meant to be a fucking joke, just so you can fucking rank higher and be like and get like the whole haha, this was great, hashtag Ralph Lauren, or someone Ralph Lauren sponsored this guy, you know, like you should give him a free thing. Fucking hate that shit, you know. The other.
It's just like no one is ashamed of selling out anymore.
That's
the
yes,
real shame.
yes. It's the overt panhandling. The other thing that I thought of, and it's because my birthday is coming up soon, and there's a party. I saw a guy post content where and I'm not gonna link it. I'm not gonna say his name because I'm trying to be too mean here, but he was having some like golden era Hollywood party or whatever, and it's in like a get ready with me thing. Each aspect of this party was turned into its own episode on like TikTok or whatever. Like because I engaged with it once, I saw it like as it come up where it's like, I have to hang like help me decorate, and it starts off like you saw him go through the multiple processes of decorating, and I'm like oh, I tried this but it didn't work, so I removed that. I'm like, you know, that's so rehearsed, right? Like you to film the things you did not end up going with just for the sake of having content, and then of course at the end of the video it's like watch the next one to see how I do the next part of it.
Follow
and then,
for part 2.
It's like fuck you, you know what I mean? Like it's just so the death of long form content is not because people don't want to put effort. It's because we have to turn it into episodes that keep people engaged for each particular like next part of it. You know, like I would love like if it was like a 20-minute video of like, hey, here's a vlog in real time of me making my for the party and here's the whole thing. I would prefer that more than like each particular thing, because like you're making each episode and then you have the party, like I guess you release the party later on, which I guess already happened, you know what I mean? Like it's filmed as if it's in real time of like, oh, you're FaceTiming me as I get ready for this party, as I decorate my apartment. But like all this happened already, bro. Like it's so fake, and it's so episodic, you know. I actually had this. Like the reason why it came up is because I was talking to a friend of mine and I was saying like, oh man, this Japan blog post is so long. It's probably the longest blog post I've ever had in recent history. It's like 10,000 plus words. And he's like, why don't you just have multiple parts? I'm like, no, I don't want people to be like, I don't want to have to do, oh, hey, tune in next week or whatever. If I'm going to release it all at once, why not just have it in one blog post? And I firmly believe that having it in one spot not only does it make the blog post be a one-stop shop for Ethan in Japan 2026, but like you get the whole story. You get to follow along as a one long thing of like, here's what I wore, here's all my thoughts, versus like you have to read 5 distinct things to get an idea of what it was like to be in Japan. Like that's at least that's my point of it. It's not a like a travel television show where you have to watch like my miniseries. It's literally an entire book in one go. You know what I mean?
Because the multiple it's just it feels like you're milking it. And
exactly, yes, that's the thing. Yeah,
I recently watched the podcast horror movie. This is really quick, and there's a part in it where it's so you see their entire recording session. And there's a part they record like one episode over the course of like 5 days. First of all, it's crazy. And then when they've recorded like maybe 15 minutes of actual content, they're like, oh damn, we're out of time. I guess we're gonna have to make this a 2-parter. And I'm just like, what the fuck? This is the worst podcast of all time. This sucks, man. Movie stupid. It's anyway.
Yeah, that is crazy. People don't want, like, there's nothing wrong with pausing and coming back. Like, you don't have to like do a part 2. I don't know. There's just
it also well, the part 2 or breaking it up. It just also makes it feel not finished or not
exactly
connected because they already have it, I guess, set to make these into like part 1 of 10. Each thing doesn't. It's not like a full project or like a full, there's no like storyline, or like you're not like actually taking it step by step with them, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean that's like all like story time YouTubers have that shit. What I like to liken it to is what I call, I think someone else has called it this. I think it's called founder marketing, where like like the content is that like the founder is the influencer, right? And then you follow along to watch them build their brand. It's all of that shit, and that's exactly what this whole like Get Ready With Me feels like that too, where it's like you're following along with this whole thing. And I know it sounds dumb coming from someone whose entire form of content is sharing elements of his life, but it's like in retrospect, I'm not saying that makes me free of criticism. There's a lot you could say, but there's like, I don't know, like I everything that we do, everything that I do is meant to be earnest, and also as we've kind of discussed, free from like the outside like all of the outside influence, in the sense of like the audience is not my stakeholder. Like people listening to this, your opinions of us, we don't change, we don't do anything, we don't listen to anybody. People have complained about our cold opens for years, and we've only gotten worse. It's only gotten infinitely worse.
It's gotten longer, and
it's so bad. And so yeah, people, like people saying, oh, people hate my riding boots. I've only worn them even more, baby. I wear a fucking cape, you know? And obviously people's opinions of us factor in some way, but like it's not in a stakeholder way where like you're like, the fact that you're in our audience doesn't mean you have a say in what we do. And we hope that you listen to us, but like our lives don't change if you listen to us or not. We just hope that you know, decide to wear riding boots or dye a cape or maybe wear shorts with a blazer once, you know?
Try it.
Yeah, you might find that you like it, and if not, who cares? And I don't know. I feel like that makes it increasingly aware that our participation in this is so different sometimes. You know, it makes me feel. So, and I said this plenty of times before with like interacting with other mentor people, and everyone is nice. I will say everyone's nice, but it's just a different way of not even just getting dressed, but like just like being on social media. Yeah, you know. Everything is predicated on that way.
I'm incapable of doing all that shit, man. That's not for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's always to the point where people always forget that I'm like a content creator, because I'm like, bro, if I was a content creator, I'd be the worst one, because like I'm like none of this is easily monetizable or easily digestible by any form of the word, you know. Like I'm sure someone else can comment this, but like someone should tell me what the AI summary of like the estimated reading time of the Japan article is, because I feel like it would be like an hour or something, you know. But yeah, I don't know, it's just so weird. And like the more and more I share stuff about like Anime Expo and like Nerf, or like the fact that I went to a Wes Anderson concert and like, oh, I wore that, or like, you know, going on a hike beforehand and wearing like my new mattress cap, like these are all things like I made the decision to wear that for no reason other than I wanted to, and I'm sharing it because I wanted to, you know. I get nothing from sharing that, and I choose to do it anyway, you know. But again, I'm not free from criticism here. I'm sure there's some insatiable need to share myself with people that I'm sure is a psychological issue with me, but at the very least it's not monetizable and it's not capitalist, you know. It's not, or at least it doesn't aspire to be that. Yeah, I'm just literally weird. Okay, that's it.
Look at this hat. I'm weird.
That's the content.
I'm so weird.
The content is weird.
I watched the Fantastic Mr. Fox, and this, you know, his son is like, maybe I'm just different, you know. They have like the weird hand thing, and then that's super cute. You guys should, I know we were out of time, but yeah, read my blog post on the Wes Anderson concert. That thing was fucking awesome as hell, dude.
We could save that for the next one. I want to talk about, I think that would be fun to talk about.
Let's just talk about it right now. Who cares? Because
well, I have to make dinner soon.
Damn. Well, you'll have to. I'll
maybe bonus or something. We'll spend it.
Stay tuned for part 2.
You can read all about it on the blog too, because I have to add it to this one. But yeah, we're gonna have dinner now, guys. Sorry, you guys want to hear about that? You have to read about it, and I'll mention it in the next one with Spencer.
Come with me to make dinner.
Oh my god. Yeah, imagine if we we all
come with
started
me to
making
make a
all
Red
of that.
Baron frozen pizza. Step
Come
one.
with me to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, these are ad reads. Sorry.
I was real quick. I was at Anime Expo and I did get stopped for like a little video. I did not get my social media because I don't want that kind of heat. But the question was like, what is your cosplay and what do people think that your cosplay is? And most of the time people
That's
know because
good,
at
yeah.
Anime Expo. But like I've had it before where someone goes like, "Oh, are you like the Red Baron for Poker Rosso?"
From Brooklyn.
Yeah, and I thought that was really funny. Like, dude, I have a fucking like pig nose, bro. Like, does the Red Baron have
Well,
that?
It was just
he's
the aviator
he's a
hat,
damn
right?
pig.
Yeah, I'm a pig, and I'm definitely not a fascist.
It's
yeah,
so true.
so
Rather be a pig.
anyway, guys, you can read all about the Wes Anderson stuff, all about the other stuff that I've written about, and my little vent on social media on my blog, A Little Bit of Rest. You can follow the podcast at Style and Direction, where we will post, I guess, as Spencer mentioned, his shoes or outfits with his shoes or whatever,
Yeah, or my feet maybe.
or his feet.
Oh,
Yeah. And whatever other stuff that are kind of semi-related to what we talked about today. I usually figure that out afterward, you know. But yeah, if you want to support the podcast, and again, you don't have to because we're gonna be doing this forever, or as long as humanly possible here. And also, again, as we said, even if you donate money to us, we're not listening to you. We're gonna make content about whatever we feel like we want to do,
wow.
whether or not it gets traction or not. If you choose to do that and burn money, in fact, you'd be better off burning money. It'll actually keep you warm. You can go to patreon.com/Style and Direction, where $5 a month gives you access to our Discord and our library of bonus episodes where we talk about, speaking of Ascension, Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, which will come out, I think, next month, actually.
Yeah.
We talk about we talk about a lot of different stuff. Train Dreams,
Many
Marty
things.
Supreme, lots of movies. We love the movies, and that is our place to get it. So yeah, $10 a month gives you nothing extra, but we do thank you personally. So I guess if you want that and you want to affect us and turn us into like a little Woody doll where we have to say it at the end of each episode, you can give us $10. So MJ, who are we thanking?
We are thanking our sidecast fanatics, Shane Curry, Philip Gregard, Henrik Wilberg, and Talbot.
We love and appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.